South African education in crisis, prioritizing political correctness over the needs of students. South Africa's education system is facing an alarming crisis, one that is not simply about funding shortages or infrastructure issues, but a deeper, more insidious failure to prioritize the needs of the students themselves. The system seems to have shifted its focus from genuine education to political correctness and career advancement within the education sector, leaving vulnerable students, especially those with invisible disabilities, further marginalized and without the support they desperately need. Invisible disabilities, such as dyslexia, ADHD, and other cognitive or mental health challenges, affect a significant portion of South Africa's student population. Yet, despite the rhetoric of inclusivity, the reality for many of these students is one of systemic neglect. In recent years, policies and quotas aimed at improving accessibility have resulted in little tangible change. Instead of providing the much-needed services for students, the focus has been shifted toward ticking boxes to fulfill these quotas, often at the expense of those most in need. These vulnerable groups are left to fend for themselves in a system that has failed to offer them any meaningful support. Interactions with the accessibility and inclusive section of the Department of Education have proven to be especially frustrating. The department, despite its stated goals of promoting inclusivity, seems more concerned with advancing its own career trajectory than addressing the needs of students with disabilities. For those who are advocating for meaningful change, the response from the department has been cold and unproductive. There seems to be a prevailing mentality within the department that children are secondary to the careers of the people running the system. It's as though the focus has shifted entirely from the child to the career ladder. Teachers in the classroom are also bearing the brunt of this broken system. Many of them entered the profession with passion and the desire to make a difference, but that passion has been crushed under the weight of bureaucracy and restrictions. Teachers are constrained by an overwhelming number of regulations that limit their ability to teach effectively. The restrictions have drained educators of their enthusiasm and left them disillusioned. Without the autonomy to teach creatively or meet the individual needs of students, they are unable to perform at their best. This results in a system that is failing both the educators and the students. Even worse, many of the programs that are supposed to address these issues appear to be little more than window dressing. The programs and initiatives presented by the Department of Education are often riddled with issues, and there is little follow-through. These programs may look good on paper, but in reality, they fail to make a meaningful difference. A prime example of this is the experience of the creator of Polly Speaks For You, a tool designed to support students with learning disabilities. For over a year, the creator of this program has been attempting to engage in meaningful dialogue with the Department of Education to implement Polly Speaks For You in schools, but all efforts have been met with silence or empty promises. This program, which has the potential to help countless students, has been ignored in favor of maintaining the status quo. Polly Speaks For You is a software tool specifically designed to assist individuals with dyslexia and other learning challenges. It incorporates text-to-speech technology and predictive text features to help students better engage with their learning material. The program is an example of how technology can bridge the gap for students who struggle with traditional forms of learning. It has the potential to be a game-changer for students with invisible disabilities, but its efforts to be included in South African classrooms have been continuously thwarted by the very department that should be championing it. The failure to engage with programs like Polly Speaks For You illustrates a broader issue within the Department of Education. There is a fundamental lack of willingness to listen to those who are trying to make a difference. The department's focus on political correctness and career advancement is leaving the children and young adults who need help the most behind. These students are being ignored, and their potential is being stifled by a system that is more concerned with its own image than with the real needs of its citizens. South Africa's education system is at a crossroads, and if drastic changes are not made, the future of the country's children will remain uncertain. It is time to put students first, especially those with invisible disabilities, and stop allowing political agendas and career interests to take precedence over the needs of vulnerable learners. The time for meaningful action is long overdue. If you're enjoying this story, please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating content that educates and empowers. To learn more about South Africa's leading accessibility software and to support our dyslexic-friendly initiative, visit www.polyspeaksforyou.co.za. Thank you for watching.